Well, hello, good people. It's Sharon again. I'm going to do something very different today than what I usually do. I usually gripe about something, or I point out something that I'm not in favor of or don't like or whatever. Today is completely different. Today is about stuff I do like. Why am I doing this? I don't know. I just feel like it. Some businesses I like to do business with. Okay? I made myself a list so I don't forget things. The first thing I really like isn't doing business or anything else. It's just existing. I like my family and my friends. I have some very close friends who, as far as I'm concerned, are my family. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful people. And I would not want to go through life without them. Not at any point, I wouldn't. But nonetheless, let's go on to something else I enjoy, and it's getting to be that time of the year. I used to have one of these, but I don't anymore. I'd love to have another one. I really would. I like boats. I don't want great big boats. I don't want huge boats. I used to have a little 12-foot with a 4-horse outboard. The only thing I didn't like is I had to sit in the back and move the tiller around to steer it. I'd like about a 16-foot boat, maybe a 14, with a steering wheel and the throttle. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be fancy. I'd prefer it wasn't, because I'd like to be able to launch it and put it back on the trailer by myself. And I'm not in great shape anymore, so that's hard to do. But I love getting out on the water. I used to go out in canoes and rowboats and power boats and all kinds of things. And the great big boats are cool, but I don't need a great big boat. I just don't. I'd rather feel the waves bounce around a little bit and things like that. And right now, I'm sitting in a parking lot in a truck. Nothing unusual there. And I'm looking at a giant eagle. I like giant eagle. Particularly, not the one I'm looking at. It's okay. But the one on West Avenue in Talmadge, just off of Talmadge Circle. It's not too far from my home. I'm familiar with it. That's part of why I like it. And they have a lot of stuff that I like to get for a pretty decent price. Sometimes I'll go other places for specials and things like that. And other people may not like it. I don't care. I like to go there. I get groceries there. I get lunch meats. I get some peppers. I get my bread there. And they have the things that I like. So, and they're not so huge. They're a pain in the butt to get in and out of and get around, because my physical self is limited. So I have to watch out for that thing. But yet it's big enough. One of the things I get there is my soft drinks, but I get Diet Coke, although my favorite Diet Coke comes from a fountain. Not just any fountain. Believe it or not, it comes from McDonald's. It's better. Their soft drinks are better. But they don't use the local water as it is. They have a very, very sophisticated system for their soft drinks. They balance the pH. They filter everything. It's very precise how they do it. And I actually think McDonald's Diet Coke is better than what comes out of the bottles or cans. Although I like that too. I also like on-sweet iced tea. And I get that from a lot of different places, including bottles and cans. But, you know, what can I say? There's one that's called Just Tea. I get that in a gallon. I get it at Giant Eagle. Okay. I also like to go to Chipotle and get their Chipotle bowl. All kinds of stuff in there. And you can customize it the way you want. And it's enough to feed me for 2 meals. But I rarely do that because I like it so much. I generally suck it down in one. Yeah, I shouldn't do that, but I do. Okay. I like to go to Flynn's Tires. I love cars. And I bought tires at Flynn's Tires on Graham Road and Oakwood. in Cuyahoga Falls. It happens to be right across the street from a farm and ranch market, which is quite good. But there's one I like better. I'll come back to that in a minute. I can't do much work on vehicles anymore. I don't know how many of you remember me saying, but I'm an ASE triple master technician. But after 2 heart attacks, vertigo, a stroke, which I've completely recovered from, several other health issues, I can't work on stuff anymore. I miss it so bad. I did it for so many years. I love working with my hands and working on vehicles, but I can't. And I have some friends that help me a lot with that, but sometimes they can't. So I go to Flynn's. That's where I bought my tires. Very happy with the people. Tim, who works there, is the manager. Dylan's a technician. Between the two of them, if I need something done that I can't get otherwise, they take care of it. It's not the cheapest one in the world, but the prices are very, very reasonable. I'm happy with them. I like their work. So, you need something done on your car, I recommend them. I used to go to a Valvoline instant oil change all the time, but yeah, Flynn's gives me the exact same oil, the same filter, and it's about $20 cheaper per oil change. How can I kick on that? Okay. Also, when it comes to cars, I like Denny's. Well, not Denny's. No, that's when it comes to food. I like Sheetz. Sheetz gas stations. They got a huge variety of stuff in them. They have made-to-order goods right there. If you want to grab a bite, you want to get something hot. And I eat a lot of different fast foods, way more than I should. I admit that. But I like to stop in there for their prices. They're pretty decent. Can I get better? Sure. Am I going to spend a lot more to get better? Yeah. But that's okay. It's fast and it's good. But what I like most about Sheetz, there's one in Kent, and there's one on South Main in Waterloo in Akron. And they have an 88 octane fuel. 1 octane point higher than 87. But what's neat about it is it's 15% alcohol, which anything from about 2001, 2002 on up, any vehicle will handle that, no problem. My truck likes it. And it's usually cheaper, usually about 20 cents a gallon cheaper, for something that I put in my truck, and I cannot tell the difference in the way it operates. It runs great. I save a little bit of money. Hey, I'm cheap. I like saving money. What can I say? So, I like them. I also like a lot of things to do with cars. Going on from Flynn's, I like C3 Corvettes. The 68 to 82 Corvette body style. My favorite styled automobile of any ever. I have a 76. Love it to death. I've had people ask me if I could have any car in the world. Price no object, insurance no object, fuel no object. Just to own it and have no cost. What would I want? I want a C3 Corvette, and I have one. And I feel very lucky for that. Is it perfect? No. Is it good? Yeah. Very happy with it. Love it. I also am very fond of Roadrunner 68, 69, 70. Great cars. Lots of fun. 67 GTOs. There's one of my favorites. I like that real well. There's a lot of things I like. One of my absolute favorites, and a whole bunch of them, is some of the old AMCs, which don't exist anymore. But in 1970, they built one called the Rebel the Machine. Oh, it was a beast. Was it the fastest thing on the road? No. Did it go out and play with the other muscle cars? Absolutely. They only built it 1 year. Love to have one of those. I love the styling and the looks, and it's all kinds of performance. I'll probably never have one, but I wish I did. I have a model of one sitting at home on a shelf. Okay. I like to go out when I'm in my cars And believe it or not, I like to go to Denny's. Okay, some people don't like Denny's, some do. But the Denny's that I've gone to a couple of them, have a sirloin steak. It's $3 cheaper than their T-bone, and quite frankly, I think it's much better. I get a really good steak and a few sides, and it fills me up, and I always eat more than I should, and that's usually all I eat in a day when I go and get it. And I just really, really like it, and it's a good price. If I want the ultimate better restaurant, I go to Longhorn's, also a steakhouse. You might notice I like steak. Could say I have a steak in there. I just like to eat it. Anyway, I love Longhorn. I do. Out of any of the other independent restaurants, okay, I don't go super often because it's a little more money. But it's worth it. It's just one of the places I like. Okay. And aside from the ranch market across from Flynn's, I like to go to Zale's down in the valley. Starts with an S. They are a ranch market. They grow a lot of corn. They have their own fresh corn, which is just wonderful. They have tomatoes. They have all kinds of stuff. Veggies and watermelons and you name it. If you want produce, go to Zale's. Are they the cheapest? I'd say they're average, but it's just fun to go down there. It's fun to go on a weekend when you can special order your ear corn, have some butter and stuff put on it, and sit down. They have these sliding gliders that you can sit on with a canopy over them and soak up the fresh air and have a couple of ears of fresh corn, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy that. I like going with people. I like going by myself. And I like to take stuff home. I really like Zale's. Let's see. Oh, here's something completely different from the one I've mentioned so far. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's got some crappy stuff on it. It's got some good stuff on it. Some of it makes no sense. There's one called Starbound. It's an ongoing series. Pure fantasy, sci-fi, BS. Not realistic in any way. Very well narrated, very well performed, and it's just so enjoyable to listen to. It makes me chuckle when they talk about repairing a nuclear reactor with a coffee pot. Yeah, goofy stuff. It's just fun to listen to. There's a lot of other stuff on there that I like to listen to. There's Rachel Maddow. She gets political, but I agree with her and I like her. And there's Tennessee Brando. He's a different kind of commenter as well. But again, I enjoy him quite a bit. I like a lot of different movies that I can go home and pull up on my subscription services and watch a bunch of different things. I like Marvel movies. I liked Captain Marvel real well. Anything with Batman or Superman is great. Yeah, it might sound odd coming from me, but it's not. I also like rom-coms, and The Bridgertons is a series that I've just had a lot of fun with. One of my best friends and I have been watching it. She likes it. I like it. We drive other people crazy watching it because when we turn it on, you can't get us away. We can binge watch a whole season. We're waiting for the next season to come out this summer. Really looking forward to it. But there's a lot of things on there that I like. YouTube and movies and subscriptions. And it's not cheap. But it's a lot cheaper than going to the regular movie houses, which, by the way, I like to do too. I enjoy a good movie. Cinemark in Cauca Falls is a nice place to go. It's one of my favorites. I like to go there. I also like to go to a couple of $5 movies that are not brand new releases, but fairly recent. There's the Highland Square in Akron. I like to go to that movie theater. And there's another one, Berlin, on Goodyear Boulevard. That's cheap, and it's fun. And you can go watch a movie for not much money. And a good movie. You gotta be a little selective. There's one screen. You don't get a lot of choices. But that's okay. Highland's like that too. One screen. What's playing is playing. That's fine. You want to go see it? You save some bucks, you go see it. All good stuff. Let's see. Am I missing anything on my list? I think that's about it on my list. I can't do it as much as I used to. I love to go out camping. Yeah, put the tent up, spend the weekend, go with friends. Hey, there's that friends thing again. I probably shouldn't mention Jeremy and Brianna. Oops, I did. My absolute best friends. And I love them to death. And they got a little boy who's just amazing. They got her family, they got his family, there's a lot of people involved, but they're the basis of it. And they're wonderful. Of course, my brothers and sisters and my mom are all pretty amazing as well. I have to give them all their chops. Anyway, different time around. Those are the things that I like. Just thought I'd share. Oh, I like making these videos too. Till next time, have a good day. Do something you like.